just clicked over 6 hours for the stream. I'm gonna go get some munch. Oh, fucking hell, what's that? Jesus Christ, Claire. Come through the door, don't do that at night. You alright? One sec, dudes. There we go, dude. Sorry about that. Just needed to sort something out for Claire. Don't worry, it wasn't me being too noisy and Claire coming down like, stop fucking shouting, you dick. It's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Stop streaming. It's like, well, for a start, I'm about to stop. But nah, I won't know like that. Not like that. I hope Claire's okay. No, she's fine, dude. She's fine, she's fine. Just needed to sort some out for her and, she felt a bit bad that I had to kind of like, you know, stop streaming and sort it out for her and stuff like that. It's absolutely fine though, absolutely fine. I don't think I'll ever get into a MOBA. I tried LoL once and it was so against new players. They're all like that. They're all like that. Every single, even League of Legends, which is like, some League of Legends players might hate me for saying this, but it kind of is the training wheel MOBA. You can play it to a good level still, don't get me wrong, like, but compared to Dota, it's training wheels. I don't mean that with any offense, it's just how I see it. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to be like bait or anything there. That's just how I see it. I mean, I played shit tons of Legends, man. Fucking shit tons. League even. Legends. I'm like, well, the fuck, that doesn't sound right. It's either LoL or League. But yeah, I played shit tons, man. The hours, holy shit. And the amount of money on my account, holy shit. But I really do prefer the Dota 2 kind of like flow of it and stuff like that. Dota is indeed free to play. It is indeed. Like I said, I do recommend League of Legends. If you've never played a MOBA and it was like, which do you recommend, League of Legends or Dota? I'd actually say try both. League of Legends will be much easier to get, well, kind of easier to get into. Like, you know, the overall, like what you need to know to do half well is a little bit easier in League of Legends. That's why I say it's like training wheels. It's a bit, it sounds like a bit worse than what it actually is, but it's like the slight training one. But you can take it up to a good and high level as well. Whereas Dota doesn't have quite as nice of initiation. It's quite fucking rough. Yeah, new players get smashed, as Port Nasty said on stream there. That is exactly it. New players in Dota 2 get wrecked. You need to do some research, you need to watch some games, you need to play some practice. Whereas League of Legends, not quite so much. You can get in there and you're alright, you can figure it out not too long after. But Dota goes to a not much higher, but it does go to a higher level than League of Legends as well. People would contest me on that, but I stand by what I say on that. Dota goes to a higher level than what League of Legends does. It does. It does. Like I say, at least in my opinion, and like I say, people could say, oh no, you're wrong, OTG and stuff like that. It's like, look, well, I ain't bashing League. I'm just saying, like, I honestly think that Dota 2 goes to a higher level. But at the same time, like, bear in mind, this is still like a MOBA. And there's skill in MOBAs, but it's not a first-person game. It's not a fighting game. You know, there's skill, but strategy and good teamwork and good coordination trump these games more than any individual skill does. Whereas, could you say that about a fighting game? Strategy and teamwork works out better than the individual skill? No, it's the individual skill all the way. I mean, I know it's a 1v1 versus a 5v5 kind of game, but, you know, still. It does make a difference a bit more in, like, first-person games and fighting games. And it does, like I say, skill is more prevalent in first-person and fighting games. Stuff like that. And strategy, like, StarCraft at high level's pretty good as well. And MOBA, like I say, honestly, in the top three, not in any particular order, because it could go into a massive, massive debate about this, but top three for, like, skilled games, RTS, like StarCraft, fighting games, Street Fighter, KI, stuff like that, and first-person games. But only the old ones, like Quake. I don't mean the new ones, I mean the old ones like Quake and UT, so almost the genre doesn't even exist, really, which puts MOBAs up a rank, because there isn't really free top-skilled games anymore. Not mainstream-wise, anyway, not like with big followings or anything. Yes, there is one nice thing about MOBAs, however, dudes. You'll get, as Port Nasty is pointing out there, you will get matchmaked against... Matchmade? Against people of your level. So you might get the occasional Smurf in there. Oh, here we go, Smurf question mark. You might get... Oh, in fact, he actually said the exact same words, the occasional Smurf. There we go, fucking hell, same wavelength there, Port Nasty. A Smurf is somebody who is dramatically higher level appearing as very low level. So they make like another account. Yep, Potnas just said it there. Smurf is a high level player who makes a new account to play against new players. Basically a bit of a tool. A bit of a tool. I think it's one of the most unsporting things you can do. It goes completely against my fucking code of sportsmanship. It's like, I want to win, and I don't care however I do it, so I'm gonna go smash some people that are new to the game and ruin their learning experience. Good job. You're damaging the community, you're damaging somebody's fucking play experience, just so you could win. And there's no real accomplishment in that win because you've not fought people of a similar skill. There can only ever be accomplishment in victory if you're right in the head. There can only ever be accomplishment in victory, in competition, against somebody of an equal to or greater skill. Unless you win a tournament by absolutely twatting the shit out of everybody, and then like that's different. You know, number one in a tournament, it doesn't matter. You know, like it's different. You got number one, well done and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if they were easy or not. But it's like I said, I mean. I don't think it's just me. I don't see how you can feel like you've won and earned victory by bashing some new guy's head in who's only been playing Dota for like 30 minutes. And you've been playing it for like 2,000, 3,000 hours. I don't see how that is fun. I don't see what you get out of it. But, I mean, I guess a lot of them just like to fuck about with folk, control them. Just deliberately ruin people's games, stuff like that. Some folk fucking do that shit, don't they? But, yeah. It is how it is. It is how it is. But like I say, at least the MOBAs and RTS games are keeping the clan scenes alive. At least they're doing a good job with it. But unfortunately, first-person games don't rank anymore. Like I said, top 3 skill games, first-person games, fighting games, and RTS games, and first-person games don't count anymore. Not as like, what are the main like esports, and like what's the most skilled within that? And it's like, well, stuff like StarCraft, yep, definitely. Fighting games, all the Evo events and stuff like that, Marvel, Street Fighter, Smash Brothers, everything like that. Yep, they're all fine, incredibly skilled. Probably the most skilled kind of games you get nowadays are fighting games, unless they've been too dumbed down. And then you've got MOBAs, like League and Dota. They're like rank 3 now. And poor old first-person games just being completely kicked out. Even if they do get any exposure, like Call of Duty events and clans and, battling and stuff like that, it's like, it's not the height of fucking skill, is it? It's really not. And like I said, I don't say that with any offense or anything like that, but it's just like, it's just the opinion of an old school first-person player that sees the pad not exactly very conducive to skill, but even taking that aside, magnetic aiming, auto-aiming, and the game just generally dumbed down to 100% hit scan. Yeah. Rapid fire hit scan with magnetic aim and auto-aim and shit like that against people that'll die in like a few bullets and stuff. It's like, you can see why the old school first-person players are very unkeen on how things have gone. Very unkeen. And that's why they're still playing their old games. They're more true old school first person gamer than me. I still represent Quake a little bit, but organise community games and stuff and play a little bit on the side. But there is still a core of folk that play the shit out of it every day still. Even Quake 1. Yeah, the smart pistol, exactly. Look at an enemy for 3 seconds, press a button, there you go. It's like, that's not a fight anymore. What about all the Quake fights? Do we scrim with a guy? Like, you're bashing the shit out of each other with rockets and plasma and fucking railguns and, you're fighting around and you got the fucking armor. It's like, no, I'm timing that. That's my armor. No, that's my armor. You're contesting the armors and shit and the elves. The power-up. The weapons. The ammo. It's a battle. You are locked with one other person on this map for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the time limit. And it's a absolute scrap. Now, if you took that in a Call of Duty, it'd just be like, dead. It's like, oh, you're not fighting for any items, you're not fighting for any kind of power-ups or anything like that, you're not moving around the map with any kind of movement method or anything like that, you're just kind of like, taking it nice and slow. Ideally don't run so they can't hear you, and pop dead. Nice. Good shit, bro. Good shit. I guess the Counter-Strike scene's still alive quite well with the clan scene. Counter-Strike is still alright. But like I say, Counter-Strike was looked down. It's funny. I mean, I don't look down on Counter-Strike now. Holy shit, no. And I always played a shit ton of Counter-Strike. And I never really looked down on it. But I always preferred Quake and UT and stuff like that. I never looked down on Counter-Strike, but I always preferred Quake and UT. But a lot of Quakers and a lot of UTers, we're talking a lot, would laugh at Counter-Strike. 100% hit scan, lol. It's like, they seriously considered it to be unskilled. Counter-Strike was considered unskilled. Now, you look at Counter-Strike, you go, damn, that's the most skilled FPS that's getting played now. The most skilled FPS getting played is the FPS that was ridiculed by Quakers and UTers. So, it shows you how times have changed. Now, I never ridiculed Counter-Strike. Like I say, I actually enjoyed and played a shit ton of Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, and they didn't like Team Fortress much neither. So, it shows you some of the elitist Quakers and elitist UTers were elite, definitely. They had a passion for their game, and I bet you 10 of them still play it even now. So, fair enough. But, like I say, I mean, I've said this before. I've said this before. I go where the games are. That's why I've got an Xbox One. That's why I've got a Wii U. I go where the games are. Then again, that's a bit weird to say that about the Wii U. Like, you went where the games are for the Wii U? Really? Well, no. Not now. I mean, there's only the Mario games at the moment and Pikmin. But I'm on about, like, for the future, you know, in a month and a half's time, in 2 months' time, is it end of May? Or is it it's not end of April, is it? It's end of May when it comes out. Mario Kart 8. Looks great. Good fun. You know me. You saw me playing Sonic Transformed. I love kart racing games. And shit, if I can get some of you guys in, get some of the stream lot and shit into some Mario Kart, you got me and Claire, and then another 10 slots open for people to join in with some Mario Kart 8. Awesome. There'll be Smash Brothers. Holy shit. Yeah, we're going to play some Smash Brothers on stream when that comes out. Definitely. May 31st. Ah. Like I say, I thought it was at the end of May. I'm looking forward to it, mate. I'm looking forward to some Mario Kart. I really am. And then I'll be looking forward to Smash Brothers. Looking forward to that as well. But like I've said before, I go where the games are. The only platform I'm loyal to is the PC. I will prioritize the PC over everything else all day long. But I won't kind of focus the PC only. I won't have my PC and put blinkers down to everything on a console. Like I say, I just don't. I go with the games that if there's a good game on a console, I'll buy the console and I'll play that good game, and then hopefully I'll get some more games for it. That's just how I am. Like I say, I love the PC. It is without doubt the best fucking gaming platform in my opinion. Always has been since I've had one. Probably always will be for me. Primary platform, hands down. But that doesn't mean I can't have like others like platforms, like secondary and tertiary platforms and shit like that. I don't mean like just because I've got a PC I can't have an Xbox One or a Wii U or a PS4 at some point or the Xbox 360 or whatever like that. You go where the games are. Are you a gamer? Yes, no. Right, if you are one, go play the fucking games. Siding with one platform, like I'm only playing PlayStation only, I'm only playing PC only, I'm only playing Xbox only. It's like, you lose. No, I'm not saying that in a mean way. I want about like, you're missing out on good games on the other platforms. You're missing out on good games on the other platforms for no reason. Sony and Microsoft and, I guess, IBM? But no. But, you know, like the PC doesn't appreciate your loyalty. Sony doesn't appreciate your loyalty. Neither does Nintendo or Microsoft. And if it wasn't for the fact that they all existed, say there was only Sony on the market, we'd be getting rinsed, nickel and dimed. Absolutely screwed on the prices of games and on the prices of consoles and shit. So it's bad that there's competition. So, like I say, I go where the games are, because that makes sense to me. It seems sensible. If you're a gamer, you play games. You don't give a shit what's running the game. I have no loyalty or attachment to what's running the game. Except for the PC, because PC's cool. And I can do a lot more with the PC. But, you know, other than that, like I say, I have no loyalty to the fucking plastic that houses the CD. You know? It's the game that matters, not the fucking plastic surrounding it. Anyway, dudes, I shall finish on that note. On that entirely unprofound note of mine. Goddamn OTG, go write a book. You're a gamer, not a platformer. Indeed, indeed. Oh, we got some interest for Smash Bros as well. Good shit, good shit. I'm guessing Smash Bros is going to be around November or December. I hope so. I hope so, Sizzle Tongue. You going to play that? Good shit, if so. Good shit. Get some games in, dude. But yeah, I mean, I hope it's good. People, I think I've heard people saying November and December before. And with you saying it there, it's actually like, oh, so it's not just like random comments I've seen online. It seems like somebody else thinks it's coming out in November and December as well. So, yeah, I hope so. I hope so, because the Wii U seriously needs a life injection this year. And a Mario Kart game and a Smash Bros game will make people go and buy the consoles. It will shift units. People will buy a Wii U for Mario Kart or for Smash Bros alone. Throw a Zelda in there. Throw a Metroid in there. And your console will recover to an acceptable level of units sold. I think a year and a half before we've got a Smash Brothers. It's been out about a year and a half now, hasn't it? About a year and a half since Wii U came out. No Smash Brothers yet. No Mario Kart yet. No Zelda game yet. Don't tell me fucking Wind Waker HD counts, because it bloody doesn't. So, no Smash Brothers, no Zelda, no Mario Kart, no Metroid. Seriously now. I don't think it's even got a Pokemon game for it, has it? So, and it's like, so what have we got? Well, there's a Donkey Kong game. Okay, that's pretty cool, but that's not really a system seller for a lot of people. I like Donkey Kong. I've told a story before about getting Donkey Kong for me, one of my Christmas presents off my granddad. And I finished it within a couple of hours. I bet I couldn't even finish it within a couple of hours or so now. It might have been about 2 or 3 hours I finished it in. I bet I couldn't even do that now. And my dad came up, said, "Oh, how's your game then, Liam?" Because my dad went and bought it for my granddad. And, to give to me for Christmas. So he knew what the deal was with it. And he kept an eye on my gaming and stuff like that anyway. So he's like, "Oh, how's your game going, Liam? You enjoying it?" And stuff like that. I said, "Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I've just done it." He seriously walked in when I just killed the last boss. I was like, "I think I've just done it there." And he's like, "No." But yeah, that's it. And it's like, "No, sure you can replay it." And it's like, well, I could replay it, but there's actually nothing to replay. This is Donkey Kong Country 1. There is seriously, like, no reason to replay that game again except to do it better than you did the first time. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like Dark Souls or anything like that. Like, it's going to be the same the second time through. Except you might do it a little bit better. It's like, fair enough, like, if that's what you want to do, but you're like, seeing anything new or whatever like that? No, not really. So, my dad was like, "Ooh, don't tell your granddad. Don't tell your granddad that. As far as he's concerned, you still play it, you still like it." It's like, well, fair enough, I understand. I mean, I enjoyed it. It might have been a short 3 hours, like, but I enjoyed it. Super Mario 3D World was really great. Not a system seller, though. Yep, definitely. It didn't seem like a system seller, but seems really good. I played about 5 minutes of it with Claire. Seems really good fun. That's a stream game for me and Claire, is that. We're going to do that at some point. I really like new... I've got the... it's one DVD. It's one DVD. That's the one. The, God, it's really hard to do that on a camera. Yeah, the new Super Mario Bros. Fucking U with the, Super Luigi U little DLC add-on for it. And, really good. Proper enjoying the shit out of that, man. Really good. And Super Mario... Is it Super Mario 3D World or is it just Mario 3D? It is Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World looks really fun as well. Especially for, like, me and Claire, like, on stream and stuff like that. Really fun. So we're going to play that a little bit at some point. At some point. Claire's not as big on Mario as what I am. Like, platformers in general. So she might probably, most likely, won't play New Super Mario Bros. U with me, sorry. But she will play Super Mario 3D World. She'll play that with me. That's a bit different as that. It's not a straight up platformer as such, so she'll play that with me. But this is what I was saying though, like, seriously, I've got, except for Donkey Kong, that's the only game I don't have yet that I actually want for the Wii U. 4 games. Pikmin, Mario 3D World, Super Mario Bros. U, and Donkey Kong. That's it. For the Wii U. That's the only games I'd buy for it at the moment, from what I can tell. People say Zombie U's alright, but I don't know. I've heard mixed reactions about Zombie U. Some people say it's great and worth getting. Other people say it's fucking disgustingly bad. So I don't know what to think about Zombie U, to tell you the truth. I don't have an opinion on it, because I just don't know, like... So I don't have my own opinion on it, and the opinions that I've heard have been very mixed, so it's a weird one. Oh yeah, definitely stream games with me and Claire. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the reasons why I bought the Wii U. One of the reasons why I bought the Wii U. Claire can sit there, she did tonight with the Wii U, and, well, it was a joke with the Wii U gamepad, and I can sit there with the Pro Pad, whatever it's fucking called, just playing it old school style with a fucking pad. Thank you, that's exactly what I want. I am old school, leave me alone, I've got my old school tastes. I enjoy old school first person games and old school pads, you know? Stuff like that. But long story short, in a year and a half, there should be more games that I want to buy for it than 4. You know, that's only just more than 1 game every half a year coming out for it. And it's not just me that says that, I've heard a lot of other folks say that. Now there's other stuff coming out in there, there's like Bayonetta 2, there's that Wonderful 101 kind of thing coming out, I'm not sure about that. Never played that. Apparently that Wonderful 101's meant to be alright. What's the sequel? Wonderful 102? Is that what it's called? I don't know. And there's Smash Brothers and, you know, Mario Kart. There'll be a Metroid game at some point, a Zelda game at some point, probably more Mario games, probably sequels to like Donkey Kong maybe or something like that. More Pikmin 4 or something like. There's going to be a good games over it. By the time it almost feels like the GameCube a little bit. You know, like when the GameCube was out, it was quite at least over here. I don't know what it was like for you guys in America, but it wasn't very popular at all. But by the time the generation was done, the GameCube generation was done, it actually had a fair few decent games on it. Wasn't bad. It was well worth owning a GameCube near the end of the GameCube's life. Yeah, to be fair, the Xbox One is in the exact same boat, and the PlayStation 4, the exact same boat as the Wii U is. It's got a handful of games at best. At best. Like for me, the Xbox One is Dead Rising 3 and Killer Instinct. That is it. It's a Killer Instinct box that can sometimes smash zombies. That is the Xbox One to me. Now I'm quite happy with that, because Killer Instinct is great and so is Dead Rising, but you know, that's it. And I've actually got more games for the Wii U than what I've got for the Xbox One. So, but you know, the Xbox One, in its defense, has only been out like 5 months. The Wii U has been out like 1 year and 5 months. So it's kind of inexcusable at this point. A little bit inexcusable at this point. PS4, yep, as Killing Koi said there, there's the new Infamous game. And I don't count Resogun. It's like, I mean, it sounds like it's a good game, but it's like, I don't know, it's AAA exclusive, it is not. So, I mean, I love the indie stuff, don't get me wrong. You know I do. But you can't really count an indie game as a system seller. You know, it doesn't roll off the tongue correctly. I mean, they tried that with the Ouya. I think they wanted, like, Towerfall to be the Ouya seller. And that did, just like with the Ouya, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. The Ouya, I think the Ouya's actually pretty alright. It seems alright. I mean, I don't have one, but it seems alright. Like a little Android console for like emulators and indie games. That seems great to me. I'm going to pick one up at some point. Why the fuck not? Seems pretty alright. But, like I say, console developers are going the same way Sega did. Sega would always release the hardware way too early, and it'd come out with the console. There'd be no games for it at all, hardly, like 2. And there wouldn't be any more games come out for it that were good and worth buying the console for years at sometimes. So, and like, Xbox did the same this generation. Like, you know, I mean, Killer Instinct did pretty much the same thing as what, like, PS4 did, didn't it? Like, it's hinged on Killer Instinct almost until now. Until Titanfall's come out for it for a lot of folk, and like a little bit of Dead Rising 3 and shit like that. It pretty much hinged on people buying it for bloody Killer Instinct, which wasn't that many folk. And, like I say, the Xbox, PS4, and Wii U have done a Sega. And Sega died because of this. As a console maker, Sega died because of that. The consoles consistently lost the generations because Nintendo and Sony would release their consoles with games and a massive developer support behind them, making games in a continuous stream. Whereas Sega would get the hardware out early, but wouldn't have the games and the developer support, and that would cause them to be on their knees at the point of Nintendo or Sony releasing their next console. Sega's already on its knees. And then Nintendo and Sony would do it right, and that would literally just execute Sega. Execute Sega's console right there and then. As soon as like Nintendo and Sony got like a year's run, that'd be it for Sega's console executed. Sega try again. Once again, next generation, we'll get the hardware out a year and a half early or something like that. No fucking games again. No fucking games. And it's just a damn shame. I really liked Sega. I really fucking did. They always did awesome arcade games. They always had really nice, ahead of its time, console hardware, but completely fucked up when it came to putting games on the console. Really fucked up. This wasn't just like a minor fuck up. This was like almost company destroying fuck ups multiple times in a row. And eventually it got them. And now the sheer irony of Nintendo and Sony, like Microsoft, you can almost forgive. It's only the third console generation. You know, they had the Xbox,